image editing, and even image restoration made easy with the latest AI assistance from Google. Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. Joining us from Google's DeepMind is Group Product Manager David Sharon. Hi, David.
Hi, Fred. Thank you for having me.
A pleasure to see you and to meet you here. And before we dive into what folks can do with their photos or their imaginations, let's give everyone an idea of what the team at Google DeepMind is and what it's all about. What should we know?
Google DeepMind is a division within Google that helps advanced um, uh, artificial intelligence. We work on many of the groundbreaking technologies around science exploration, but also image generation, video generation, and those models such as Gemini Flash 2.5, Gemini Pro 2.5, and try to push the frontier forward.
Terrific. The roots were in Britain?
Yes. It started with a startup, DeepMind, that was acquired in by Google, and it started in London.
Terrific. And when it comes to creating or editing images and restoring old photos, you are really working wonders. I've seen this firsthand here playing with it, but tell us more about it.
Absolutely. We've been working on image generation or generative media for a while. We started with image generation. We were listening very intently to users, and we saw that editing is a large use case. We've released our first image editing model in March, and since then, we've just released 2 weeks ago Nano Banana, our latest image editing model. Nano Banana is a model based on Gemini Flash 2.5, and it could do many different use cases, from photo restoration to imagining yourself in a new decade or a different decade, to seeing how your kids might age, to just everyday basic editing. Let's say you don't like the color of your tie, you want to see what you'd look like without glasses. You upload a photo, and it could do anything you could imagine.
And this is all done within a matter of seconds, really, sometimes a minute or so, but not long.
Yeah, yes, it's under a minute. We receive your photo. We then pass it through the model, Gemini Flash 2.5 image, who then understands what's in the photo, looks at your prompt, tries to understand what needs to be changed and what needs to be preserved, and that's a key part of editing: preserving what you want and changing what you want. The preservation matters as much as the change.
And I've got a hard question for you here.
Yes.
Explain to us in an understandable way how this works. What's going on?
So you upload an image, or you take a generated image and you ask to edit it. The first step is the model looking at the image and writing in text what's in that image and understanding the context. It then looks at your prompt and sees, okay, given your prompt and what's in the image, what do I need to change? We then send it to the model, who has seen many, many different images and many, many different edits, and looks at, oh, I've seen that pattern before. When you want to change the glasses, that was a that's a pattern like when someone had a glasses, and this is what it looks like without a glasses. So it has this pattern recognition, and then it performs a task, and you receive that output.
Can you show us a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. So this is a Gemini app. We go to gemini.google.com, and this is a zero state of what you see. You'll see up here, try image editing with that banana for Nano Banana. But you don't have to click on that. You can just enter a prompt or upload an image. So we're going to upload an image here. You click that plus sign, and we're going to upload a file, and we're going to upload me in the office. Okay. And I'm going to come up with a prompt. Let's say I want to go back to the 80s to a job interview. So create an image of me in the 80s going for a professional job interview. So now we're going to send that image to the model. You can see my face here in a selfie. And the first thing the model is going to do is try to understand, what is it asking from me? Is it asking to tell the time? Is it asking for a deep research report? Or in this case, it's asking for an image. And then it's going to reimagine my image. That was pretty fast. And it did a couple things here when it reimagined my image. The first thing which is very important with this type of image editing is preserving your face. People are very sensitive to facial distortion. And we've really pushed the frontier here. So you can see that's my face. That's what I look like. And then it started to think about the context. 80s. What did people look like in the 80s? What would be a hairstyle that someone might have in the 80s? And what would someone dress for a professional job interview in the 80s? So take a look at my hairstyle. That might be something closer to what I might have had in the 80s. Then professional dress with that suit, the briefcase, something you're more likely to see in a job interview of the 80s and today. And look at that office decor. You can imagine that's an 80s office decor as well. So it really tries to bring the context and its world knowledge of that decade and bring it to the image. So that's one example. Maybe we could try something else a bit more fun. Let's take, again, same photo of me. And now we could do something like imagine me as a pop rock star on, let's say we are performing in a concert. Okay, again, sent it over to generate the image. It's now going to take my face and transport it in this new world. Let's see what we get.
I think you're going to lose
So
the tie.
yeah, it's definitely going to lose the tie. Sure, here's an image of you as a pop rock star, and you could see something, right, completely different. Me with the mic, you could see the crowd with the guitar, very different type of dress and a bit more fun. What I like about this image as well is you could see in the background those little screens of me. At least one of them looks a bit more like my image.
David, that is really terrific. And when it comes to people being able to restore old photos, they don't have to do, fun stuff with it. It's just a matter of bringing back a faded photograph, one that is maybe lost the coloring in it, or maybe even has a wrinkle or a slight tear or something. You can handle all of that, right?
Absolutely. One of the use cases that I really love seeing is the restoration of old photos, bringing those old memories back to life, bringing those moments in time and giving them a fresh 2025 look. So you could take black and white photos and colorize them. You could take photos that have wrinkles, tears, water damage, and it will fill in the gaps and bring it to something close to a pristine photo as if it was taken today. I've heard many moving stories of people thinking about loved ones that might no longer be here, or periods of time that they were not part of and wanted to get closer to someone by bringing back that photo. You could also take old historical photos and see, what would that look like today.
I'm going to show an example. This is a store that my family had in Perth Amboy. Back, this photo is, I believe, like from the 1950s. I found it online, really old, faded, in really poor shape, but someone had put it online. I took it, ran it through your tools, and asked it to colorize it as well. And this is the result. So you can see what it's not only sharper, it's colorized, it's almost a vivid photograph. So tell us how people can make use of these tools, and are subscriptions required?
It's available to anybody. You just need to go to gemini.google.com or go to the Gemini app, download it from the App Store or Play Store, and it's available for free. We actually give quite generous limits, 100 images generated or edited per day. So that's a very high limit. And if you have a paid subscription, it will be 1,000 images generated or edited per day. So very generous, large limits. We're trying our best to uphold them. The amount of demand for Nano Banana is bananas, and we're trying to keep the servers running and keep those very generous limits in place. So go try it out, upload a photo, generate a photo, edit it. It's a lot of fun, but also a lot of great use cases, such as restoring old photos.
I'll match you. It's bananas because it's so appealing. But what safeguards are there on a serious note here to prevent the technology from being misused?
Taking a step back, the way we think about this area is we want to be both bold and responsible. I'll start with bold. Bold is we want to push the frontier forward, not assume user intent, and make sure that when you ask something of us, we will do our best to uphold it and deliver an image to you. Of course, there is a line, and I'll talk about that line. The second part around being responsible, we understand that when you release a tool like this, there is a large responsibility to society, and we want to uphold that responsibility. And there's many things we do to make sure that we're upholding that responsibility. For example, we do a lot of red teaming where we take experts to try and break the product, find things that we wouldn't want to allow generated, and see if they can generate it. We do scaled evals, meaning we go through many different types of prompts to try and see, do we create any violative content at scale? Then we get a lot of feedback from users, a lot of feedback from press, and we try and see, is there anything violative there that we need to change? This is really day one of a technology, and we're still building it together. We're still learning. So all the feedback we receive helps us improve. If you do come across something that is unsavory to you, that you think is not right to be there, or if you just don't like the quality of the image, click that thumbs down button. That'll help us a lot to improve. And if you do like it, click the thumbs up. So getting that feedback from users is very helpful. There's another area which I want to touch upon around responsibility is around provenance, meaning where did that image come from? One thing as these models get better and more realistic, the question of is this real has become more of a burning question. So there's two things we do there. One is a visible watermark. So you might see on any image generated on the bottom right, there is this diamond logo. That's a visible watermark to let anybody know that we've generated the image using AI. The second one is an invisible watermark that you can't see. That invisible watermark is on every image that touched our server that gets released from a Google server, on the Gemini app and in other products as well. So that invisible watermark called Synth ID, what it tells Google is this was generated by us, and it's inalterable, meaning if you crop the image, if you upload that image to Photoshop and edit it, or to a different service and try and edit it, you can't change that watermark. And whenever we see it, we are going to know that it was generated by us. Right now, whenever images do reach the threshold of important, is this real or not real, and we get contacted, we'll provide that service. But we're also in the process of releasing a product to make this available to consumers as well. So right now it's with trusted testers, experts, academics, to make sure we get this right. Not always the question, is this real, is a simple yes or no answer. So we want to make sure we do this right and provide the right information, and hopefully that will come to market soon.
I think we've all seen examples on social media saying, "Is that real?" Right. So tell us what your thoughts are about what this can mean for image editing or video editing going forward. I assume professionals are already making use of some of these tools to save a lot of time.
There's two ways we think about this. We think about raising the floor and raising the ceiling, and I'll explain what I mean by that. Raising the ceiling is professionals and making them create something even more remarkable. So that's a ceiling. The height of the game requires a lot of effort, a lot of control, but how do you take them and supercharge them? The other part is raising the floor, and that's someone like me who doesn't have professional editing skills being able to create something remarkable in seconds. And that's a lot of what you see in the Gemini app here today. Make it very easy for you to do something without the necessary skill set of editing. And we're trying to push the frontier there.
And the platforms this is available on, can people use just about anything? Phones, Chromebooks, PCs?
Yes, you can use it on your laptop, your PC. You can use it on your iPhone through the app. You can use it on your Android phone through the app, or you could use it on your phone through the browser. So there's really any way you want to try and get to Gemini.google.com or the Gemini app, you can probably get there.
I don't know if there's going to be an answer to this, but what else is going on at DeepMind that you can share with us? Lots of wow that I imagine.
I work on video and image generation. Right now, we're listening very intently to users. What are they looking for? What is the feedback? What are the things we don't do so well? And trying to push the frontier forward even more. You can see the rate of progress even in the last 6 months. We've gone from releasing some videos without audio to videos with audio, dialogue, background sounds, sound effects, and we're continuing to push the frontier forward. It's really astonishing to see the level of innovation and change, and we hope to deliver these useful experiences to users.
Is the time coming when we're going to see a feature-length film totally generated by your technology?
Well, I can tell you that already in Las Vegas, the Sphere, we have brought the Wizard of Oz back to life. So we've taken that 1939 film and put it on the Sphere. The Sphere is not the regular screen. It is a panoramic, immersive experience. We recolorized it and we created outpainting for the entire film, meaning when it was first shot in 1939, it was a very specific view. But when you put it in this immersive experience, you have to imagine what's going on over here for that scene. And we've just done that. You could go see it in the Las Vegas Sphere right now. It's released. So we're really trying to push the boundary forward. That's an example of raising the ceiling.
But even new imagined content generated
Yes.
AI, that's coming, right? Or here,
Well,
maybe.
we're listening very intently, and we've seen a lot on social, people taking clips and stitching them together to create longer films, longer videos. One of our partners, when we launched VO3, I think it's a 10-minute short film, using a lot of VO3 and also a lot of real footage. So today you can create a clip of 8 seconds, but we've seen people chain those together to create something more meaningful.
Terrific. And for more info, the place to go again is
Gemini.google.com.
easy enough. David Sharon, congratulations on the work there, you and the whole team there. And thanks for spending time with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Fred. It's nice to meet you.